So, hello again, everybody. It is day 3 of 5 days of Christmas, and this is Mrs. Jackie Frost. It's really cool. It's got grays and blues. Um, yeah. So, if you want to see how I achieve this look, stay tuned. The lip was a gray lipstick that I put over black, and it turned it into blue, this bluish gray. I didn't really want the gray, so hey, it worked out. Now, let's go ahead and get into it. I primed using my Rockstar Looks eyeshadow primer. It's raining really bad here, so if you guys hear a bunch of noise in the background, it's the rain and the people driving around, and of course, kids playing inside because it's dark and rainy. So, I did my brows today with Pseudo out of my J.Nic Independent palette because it's a very cool brown. And I'm also going to go in and take Carbon the black to help with the tail and middle part of the brow. Okay, now after I cleaned up under my brows, I'm using L'Oreal Infallible's Sultry Smoke eyeshadow. It's like a moussey, I don't even know what to call it. I'll just say a moussey eyeshadow. And I'm just going to place that all over the lid because it's the base color for my shadow that I'll be using later. Okay, now I'm going in with Carbon again, and I'm taking a pencil brush and I'm making sure to concentrate that black on the outer third for depth, and then I'm going to push it into the crease just a little bit. But before I do blend it out in the crease, I'm going to pick up Pseudo out of that same palette. These are the same colors I use for my brow, and I'm going to use that to help blend it all together in the crease. Okay, and now I'm going into the palette, the same palette, the independent palette, and I'm going to get New Cool, and I'm going to use that as my lid color. I'm just going to use a nice shadow brush. It's not quite fluffy, but it's not quite stiff. It's the perfect shadow brush. And of course, you must blend. And I'm just going to keep placing more until I get the desired buildup because of blending. Because blending, you know, sometimes when you blend, it'll take off some of the product. But you want it to look good. Okay, so I finished the other eye and I'm going to show you how I did everything else. I'm going into that e.l.f. Cool Bronzer Kit, and I'm using that pale white, and I'm using that to set that concealer under my brow and get rid of any lines and just help blend everything from the brow down. Okay, and of course that blending brush is like the nucleus of this family, this whole look. Don't want the brow highlight to be overpowering. You don't want the crease to be overpowering. You want them to commingle and exist. Now I'm going to use Whisper out of my independent palette as well, just to get in the height of my brow arch, just to give it a nice little boop. And I just got my nails did today. I love them. I feel all Christmassy. And so now I'm going to take my Milani Bella White Satin Matte eyeshadow, and I'm going to place that in the tear duct here. Y'all know I love my inner corner highlight. Okay, now I'm going to take some Coastal Scents eyeshadows I had that I depotted, most of them, and these were just left hanging over in some little, I don't know, I just found them. But I'm going to take this kind of frosty blue and pack it on underneath my lash line on the bottom. I felt like the blue just brought a nice pop, but stayed in the same tone and, color family, the grays and cools and whatnot. So, lined my lash line, tight line. I also winged out my liner with my e.l.f. liquid gel eyeliner. Now I'm using my Duo eyelash glue, the Duo Natural, and I am putting it on top of my wing liner because I am doing a glitter liner look. And I love this glitter. You'll see another look using this. I have an idea, and it's by BH. Let me show you the little snippet. So now I'm just going to take a little, it's like a little travel brush. It just came out of a little kit for traveling. And I just placed and packed the glitter on top of that until it dried. I should have waited a little bit longer till it got more tacky, which is why I had to end up putting more on the beginning of it. But that's all I did. I just kept picking it up and adding it on until I got the desired buildup. So now I'm using my Black Opal True Color Foundation in Truly Topaz, and I'm going in with my Real Techniques Beauty Blender, and I'm blending it out. It is time for me to wax my mustachio, my girl stash. So you will be able to see my mustache through my makeup today, and I don't even give two hoots about it because I'm a hairy girl and I don't always want to wax or shave it. So boop, leave a message. So now I'm going to do a slight highlight with my MAC Select Cover Up in NC42 if it'll ever, there we go, NC42 to do just a little bit of a highlight. And now I'm using my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in dark to just blend everything together. I did set my under eyes with my MAC Prep and Prime Translucent Powder. I'm talking to my husband and kids and they're just being silly, so I was enjoying myself. So now that I've set everything, my eyes are finished, it is time to warm my face up just a little bit, but not quite warm it up. I just needed to add dimension. I was adding dimension with a cooler toned brown in my contour in the hollows of my cheek and around my hairline because I didn't want my face to be too warm and my eyes are completely cool because Miss Jack Frost, she always cool, calm, and collected. So I had to get my life together. Those lashes are number 118s or 117s. I cannot remember from the beauty supply store. Ooh, girl, you cute. Oof. Sometimes you gotta let yourself know. Okay. And when I get done doing my contour, I'm going to move on to my highlight. And I'm going to use that same eyeshadow that I used for my inner corner because it's a very pale, cool white highlight. And I did not want Albatross because it has a gold shimmer to it. I needed it to be cool to match the tone of my eyes. I could have left this alone here, but I did want a little bit of cheek color. So I got that She bronzer kit and I used the same mauve, really cool purpley blush that I used in yesterday's look. And I put a tad bit, like a little, just enough to blend the two colors and throw a little color onto my cheek. See, that's it. Bling. And my little mustachio trick. I'm going in with the same eyeliner by Jordana. It's 12-hour pencil, and I'm just gonna slather that all over my lips to fill in before I do my gray lipstick from Ruby Kisses. It's called Gray Light. This lipstick is very pale gray, which would have been awesome alone, but I didn't want it to be too to wash out my lips a little bit. Like I think it would look a little too ashy for me. So I threw the black underneath and it transformed it into this gray blue color. And all I did was throw this on top it will look messy here, but I did go in with my foundation, that's my color, and I cleaned up around my mouth. Yep, because that looks a hot mess. And here's the finished look, ladies and gents, and my mustache is making an appearance, but don't mind it. That glitter liner is everything and everything. I love you guys. Thank you for your support, and stay tuned. You got 2 more days until Christmas and 2 more days of 5 days of Christmas tutorials with me. Thank you. Bye.